What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Lanes, Lags, and Logs. All right. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Football's back, baby. I'm coming to you at the 2-minute warning, basically, of this football game here. Hopefully we can get some touchdowns by the Kansas City side. Hopefully we can get them across the finish line. Ended up betting them at 4.5, at 4, at 3.5. I couldn't stop. Can't stop. Addicted to the shindig. Here you go. Caesar Sportsbook, friends. You definitely need to be checking them out. Set top said you're going to win big. Caesar Sportsbook. They have no affiliation to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just like them. But you can bet yourself $50 to get yourself $250. That's $5 $50 bonus bets over there right now for the NFL season. Take advantage. Hopefully you can also get this Atlanta Braves lock across the way. But hey, if you missed out on that, I've got a lock that I think would be a great play for that $50 for Friday. So sign up at the link below. One lock on the card on this 15 gamer. And hey, it's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But I have NFL Lindy's Leans, Locks, and Locks to fire up here on Friday. I've got so much content coming down the pipeline here on Odd Shopper and at Stochastic. Check out my Twitters at Eric Lindquist. Now the artist formerly known as Twitter. X, if you will. It's NFL time, baby. Let's party, shall we? Yeah. Producer Alicia, she's on hand for another day, another dollar. Very excited to have her here. I believe her last day. Oh, she just disappeared. She's very sad. There she is. Gonna miss Alicia. We will see her again for the NBA season. There is no freaking doubt about it, which, by the way, Alicia, month and a half away. I'm going to be doing 3 Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks simultaneously. Okay, that gave me anxiety. Let's just get to the pick, shall we? Today, we have the good lightsabers going on behind me at the moment. Working on the lighting and everything else. But yeah, this is the Luke Skywalker edition of the lighting here at the moment. We'll have some Darth Vaders. We'll have some really... Nobody cares. Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Chicago Cubs. Very much looking forward to this baseball game. It's the only thing to be betting in the morning, and generally I'm vehemently against betting for the sake of betting. I'm going to be doing a lot of content, and thank God I have a play from this one so I can have it on in the corner of my screen so I can zone out from time to time. Not that that's the point. I'm here to make you money, and I should do my job pretty effectively like I did. Looks like Atlanta is going to end up smashing here against St. Louis as we're finishing down the pipeline here. Fingers crossed if this 8th and 9th inning goes berserk. Sorry about it, but anyway, ended up on a unit and a half there as well. Unit and a half Kansas City. Ended up on some heavy lock situation there. MLB and then NFL, not the Royals. God, no. Even though they're on the card today. Anywho, little sneak preview. It's Zach Gallen on the mound going up against Jameson Taillon. And here's the thing. I have a play from this one, and this is actually something that almost became a lock. The only reason that I'm shying away from it is apparently the Cubs are God's team. And you don't bet against two things. People who just had babies and God's teams. And because God's teams, they're unstoppable. And then if you have a baby, it seems like you're unstoppable until your kid hates you when they turn 13 and they're yelling, "Dad, Dad." I don't know what that is yet. I just see my future coming very shortly. Oh God, if I had a kid right now, I would be 50 when they turn 13. Anyway, Zach Gallen has been fantastic this season. He's got really good numbers. Here they are. 25.9% K rate, 5.3% walk rate. The barrel percentage, though, is a little bit out of whack, 9.8%. Gets me a little bit worried. But everything that is problematic for him, hard hit and things of that nature, Jameson Taillon makes it look just fine because he's got a 353 xWOBA, 11.4% barrel percentage, and a 495 expected slugging. Now, when you're starting to value these two lineups, the Cubs, I do think they have more power. They also have more responsibility to help their starting pitcher along their merry way here. And Zach Gallen, though, 3.48 ERA, 1.11 whip. I'm getting him. Yeah, they're slight favorites, but like he's the way better starting pitcher, and that should be worth more than just a little tiny bit of an upgrade of a lineup. So, hey, friends, here we go. Let's get our day started with an Arizona money line, shall we? How about that ride in, huh? That's why they call it Sin City. The Chicago White Sox taking on the Detroit Tigers, and why are we talking about why are we talking about this? Oh yeah, Mike Clevenger, Reese Olson. We know who they are. They're people who exist in the world. They're going to be out throwing baseballs at 90, 95 miles an hour at hitters who are prepared to try to hit it very, very far on the other side of it. That's how baseball works. We should tell Reese Olson that because he's got a 466 expected slugging, 336 xWOBA, and a 10% barrel percentage, which looks awfully high on-ish. The reason that I'm not firing anything up here, though, is because I like this Detroit lineup and kind of some of the bats that have started to emerge here of late. It's definitely a spot where I think Detroit is an undervalued baseball team across the marketplace, and we saw that come to fruition. I actually just ended up on the over of that game against the Yankees. Yankees. But either way, Detroit lineup. I'm looking at potential runs here, but going to be harder to come across here with Mike Clevenger on the other side. He's got a 33.9% hard hit percentage, does have that fly ball rate way up there, 23.1 degree average launch angle, only a 28.9% ground ball rate. Jeesh. Not ideal. Only a 20.1% K rate too. So he's going to run into those Detroit Tigers lineup, Detroit Tigers bats. But Reese Olson, really good spot for, well, not for him because he's not good. But the White Sox, the inferior lineup here. I'm going to be leaning on the over of 8 here, but it's just a lean. Don't bet it. Does anybody care if this game happens tomorrow? The Seattle Mariners, kind of an interesting one. They ended up on the betting card here. Let's take the final tally here. September 7th, they won 1-0. Yay! I bet Canzone to hit a home run. I bet Julio Rodriguez. And ironic, I said it had to be better than plus 285 for Cal Raleigh. The best number that occurred all day was plus 285 on the dot. That's not me celebrating. It's me saying that I did a lot of work to land on a number and plug in things in spreadsheets, and then I didn't actually end up on the play, which is really frustrating. And there that is. But Seattle won. That's cool. George Kirby here going up against the Taj Mahal. Taj 2.0. Taj Bradley. That was a 3. His name's Taj Bradley, though. He's generally been pretty good at the big league level in terms of getting strikeouts. The big thing for me is just like spin the roulette wheel. Find out. You know, if it lands on green, well, actually, no, it's more of like red or black. He's either mowing dudes down and he's fine, or he's walking everybody. And it seems, though, like he's just leaning towards walking absolutely everybody. Walk the dog by him. Walk with your grandma as she comes. That's a weird one. I don't know what that means. But a 30% K rate so far at the big league level, 8.8% walk rate, though. And that's been the thing that's plagued him here a little bit of late. So just kind of be mindful of it. And that's the main reason that I can't pull the trigger here in a ballpark that suppresses runs generally until, well, Tampa Bay's offense went to the moon at the beginning of the season. And George Kirby on the other side, I constantly said he's not one of my favorite pitchers, but that's relative to what other people think he is. Some people that I talk to in baseball circles think he's elite. And he has one superpower, and it's the exact opposite of Taj Bradley. He walks nobody. 2.2% walk rate for a guy of his sample size. That's the dumbest number I've ever seen. That's like Greg Maddux-esque. Like, did you ever see the numbers where like Greg Maddux had like no 3-2 counts or something, or had like 5 3-2 counts over the course of like a multi-year span? Look it up sometime. It is wild. I love baseball history and stuff like that. Although Greg Maddux now would be told, hey, you got to get the Ks, you got to get the strikeouts. And well, he would have done that anyway. He's a god. George Kirby's not quite there. You're a god and I'm not. And I just thought that you would know. 304 xWOBA, 22.9% K rate. He's okay. I'm not going to go out of my way to go pick on the Tampa Bay Rays here on the other side of this one with George Kirby on the mound. So just going to be leaning the Tampa Bay side because, again, if this number gets wonky, I have a feeling it's people backing Seattle. I've been doing that a lot too, so I don't know really what to say. I don't see anything here. Julio Rodriguez probably just going to hit a home run. Cool. Enjoy that. Speaking of home runs, St. Louis and Cincinnati, and you can find me in St. Louis. Actually, no, you can't because this game is in Cincinnati. You've got the rom-com on the mound going up against the General Abbott, Andrew Abbott, reporting for duty. I don't know why he's a general, but call the general and save some time. Does anybody else see those infomercials all the time? God, make it stop. 1-800-CARS for kids. KARS, cars for kids. I've got friends texting me to go to the bar to watch the second half. I got to get flying. This is silly. I'm just killing time here. We got the rom-com. Drew Rom on the mound, 43.8% hard hit percentage, 508 expected slugging, 11.9% walk rate, and 16.4% K rate. These are not the things. These are not the droids that you were looking for, but they're pretty good for optimal home run conditions. So we'll be paying very close attention to that based on how these numbers come out. Yeah. But on the other side of this one is Andrew Abbott, and he's very perplexing. He's got great strikeout stuff, 26.7% K rate, 223 expected batting average, but those numbers go down against righties. And you know what goes up? The ball when it gets hit against him. He's got north of a 43% hard hit percentage with a 21.6% launch angle, pitching in Great American Small Park against a red-hot St. Louis team. And I don't care that they're red-hot. It's not even that. It just has to do with hard hits, my friends. And there's one guy in this lineup from the right side that I think is due. It's a weird thing to say, but I do expect positive regression coming down the pipeline for him sooner rather than later in terms of just straight up home run production. And who would that be? No. Well, even though Paul Goldschmidt probably falls into that category, another righty going up against Abbott as well here. But I'm looking, ironically enough, at Jordan Walker. He's sitting there with 15 home runs on the season with an 802 OPS and some interesting numbers with a 45.2% hard hit percentage. The problem is the launch hasn't really been there for him. He's got an 8.7 degree launch angle. That's stopped him from hitting home runs. But you know what happens in a short fence against a fly ball pitcher? Good things. So I want to see if books evaluate this part correctly, because Jordan Walker, sometimes they're reacting to what the previous numbers were, something that I try to do myself and keep track of them. And I have certain things that you're looking for, and you're trying to shop for the best odds, which have just generally been on FanDuel here lately. Like every day I'm firing up all of my home run props on FanDuel. If you're not, you're really making mistakes there. But check out Caesar Sportsbook because they're giving you free money. But Jordan Walker to hit a home run, better than plus 330. I think we get that here in Great American Small Park. I don't think we get it with Goldschmidt. Don't think we get it with Lucan Baker even, who's got a 50% hard hit percentage at this point in time. And don't think we get it with Tyler O'Neill because of the launch and hard hit and just name recognitions. Jordan Walker, this is your life. Shout out Ben Folds. The Los Angeles Dodgers needed Chris Taylor to go absolutely batshit crazy to avoid the sweep in Miami. They get out of Miami and go to Washington, D.C., which would be maybe my least favorite transition from city to city of all time. But good when you're playing a terrible baseball team and your goal is to win baseball games and going there. Trying to get stuff through the Senate. Good luck. Good luck. That's not happening, but yeah. Can we all get along? I would really like that. No politics here. We're talking Sheehan. We're talking Gore. Two guys that we're a little bit familiar with. Sheehan, you're probably not as familiar with. Well, I know he is because I do this every day. But Emmett Sheehan, 195 expected batting average here in a pretty limited sample size. Doesn't have the strikeouts. And also another guy on this slate with a walk problem that just adds a little extra variance to some of these spots. You know what? Folks, they react to that stuff because how many times do you see Los Angeles with a minus 160 number attached to it here and feel like, you feel like you got to jam that, right? No, we're actually going to be going towards this run line for that very, very reason, because if the Dodgers decide to get after Mackenzie Gore here, they're going to make it hurt. A 462 expected slugging, 345 XWOB, but one of the top 5 teams in baseball against left-handed pitching on the season are these Los Angeles Dodgers. And friends, well, they're the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Washington Nationals with a decent enough young pitcher on the mound. So bet Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5. How many times could I say Los Angeles Dodgers in one segment? Bet there was like 8, maybe 12. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to get flying here. They're about to start the second half. We got to go right now. Got to go. Miami Marlins taking on the Philadelphia Phillies here under 9. How about I just give you a play for free and then you don't have to bitch at me about, hey, Eric, you just make jokes all the time. Oh no, it's Enzi Perez, Christopher Sanchez. They both strike dudes out. They're both good young pitchers. He's a lefty. He's a righty. He's really, really good. Could be really good, but like Miami's got a better lineup. But there you go. Under 9. Enjoy. Also enjoy this. Bet yourself $50 right now at the link below at Caesar Sportsbook and get yourself $250 in the form of 5 $50 bets from our friends over there. Now it's NFL season. I have NFL Lindy's leans, likes, and locks that I've put in hours and hours and hours upon hours of work to bring to you, to make this a reality here on the Odd Shopper channel. Please check that out here over the weekend. Would greatly appreciate it if you just smash that like button. Would really, really like to bring my NFL expertise to you in the same way. If you've enjoyed MLB Lindy's, if you've enjoyed NBA Lindy's, check out NFL Lindy's as well. But of course, I want you to check out every single sports book, and this is the reason why. Whether it's Bet365, which is a great sports book and one you really want to be betting home run props at. If it's Tipico, if it's DraftKings, FanDuel, the biggies, if it's BetMGM, which you can get 2 free months when you sign up below as well in the premium Discord. I don't care. I just want you to bet the best numbers every single day, because that is going to make you far more successful than not. The people who don't shop for the best lines every single day, you know what happens? They lose money over a long period of time. And hey, they might be a profitable bettor as is, but there's no doubt that when you're taking a worse price, it's like going into a grocery store and saying, you know what, I'll pay $2 more than I need to for these grapes. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Don't pay $2 more for freaking grapes. Somebody's offering you cheaper for the exact same thing. Go to the cheaper spot. Are you kidding me? This isn't a club in Los Angeles where you need to be overpaying for drinks, so don't do it. Bet $50 at Caesars Sportsbook. Take advantage of the rewards that they're giving you. 5 $50 bets. 1 paid out immediately and 4 more over the course of the next 4 Mondays. Are you kidding me? This is an opportunity for you to smash and to get a head start on the NFL season. Do it. If you want to just bet MLB the whole time too, bet MLB. I do not care. Bet yourself the best lines, and if that's at Caesars, awesome. If it's a Bet365, if it's at DraftKings, I do not care. But also take advantage of all these promotions every single time, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Hooah! All right, y'all, back to the picks. It's really got to be frustrating to be a Milwaukee Brewers fan and know that, like, you've got Freddie Peralta, Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, found it, the third one there. And then you're putting Colin Rea on the mound. What are we doing here? I know it's like a back-end starter, and they're going to be worse, but this is like a cataclysmic fall-off. This is bad. Shout out their family if you're watching. Hi. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe button. 42.7% hard hit percentage for Colin Rea, 441 expected slugging, 20.6% K rate. And then on the other side, Luis Severino. Just awful. 44.4% hard hit percentage, 370 xWOBA, but 288 expected batting average. At least he knows what it's like to be good once upon a time. Colin Rea doesn't, but he's going to be pitching in Yankee Stadium against pretty bad Yankees team with 5.07 ERA and a 1.24 whip. And, well, he's given up 6 and 5 homers and 6 and 5 runs. That'd be a lot of homers in 2 of his last 3, but he's been giving up a lot of homers. He's given up 6 in his last 3 outings, 2 in each one of them. In fact, he's given up double home runs in 4 of his last 6. He's given a home run in every start for his last 7. Look at that. Me doing math and using recency, even though that not my best look. But hey, you know what is my best look? When you see something like Jason Dominguez really come to fruition instantly for the Yankees team, why didn't you call him up earlier? He has a 61.1% hard hit percentage, a 621 expected slugging. He's a switch hitter, and yeah, we need to start lofting the baseball. But you know what? If you're hitting piss missiles in Yankee Stadium, they leave the yard anyway because it's a little bandbox little league stadium. So Jason Dominguez, we're going to bet him. Can't believe he's on the card again. I bet him in his debut, bet him again. He didn't actually homer for me last time, but that's okay. Jason Dominguez, bye. See you later, baseball. Better than plus 295, and it will be. I'm going to give you 2 here, and this is something that I know a lot of you have asked for, and you know what? I'm going to acquiesce to you from time to time here because I'm a nice person. Sometimes. Yusei Kikuchi going to be on the mound here for the Toronto Blue Jays, and on the Kansas City side, we got a question mark. I do think that well, there's a couple of guys who's going to be. So you're going to have a starter in Colin Snyder. I think it then turns over to Alec Marsh, who is not good. 6.23 ERA, 1.65 whip, but not a known quantity. Don't want to be going too crazy about that here at the moment because, again, Alec Marsh could start, but probably going to be a long reliever situation from here on out for him. And for a lot of these teams that just, you don't care about winning. But doesn't mean that you can't be up there swinging the bat, trying to win your job for the future when you're some of these other batters in the lineup. And that's where we found some value with Kansas City here in recent weeks. We've been betting them more than the average bear, that's for sure. Like an irrational amount, actually. But they've been very, very undervalued. And now the books are starting to react. It's a little bit surprising to see pitchers as bad as what Snyder and especially Marsh, who's going to eat up most of those innings, assuming that we do get that news. But Yusei Kikuchi on the other side, this is somebody that once upon a time, just choking and dying, don't mind me. Yusei Kikuchi, we used to kill him with the money that we would bet. Babay, that's what I was hearing in my head. It was Schitt's Creek, if you've ever seen that. It's good, but also I'm like choking. 41.1% hard hit percentage, 25.2% K rate. So gives up hard contact, strikes out a lot of dudes. There's a pretty large range of outcomes of what we're looking at here. And then on the plus 1.5 side and getting minus 125, I really like that. But as I said, I was going to give you something you've been asking for. I've got a prop play that I just can't overlook here. It's Nelson Velasquez. I'm looking at him to go yard here in Toronto. This is a dude that I just love the story. You know, Cubs basically cast him off, goes down to AAA, and now the guy's got a 50.7% hard hit percentage and a 594 expected slugging that leads the Kansas City Royals on the season. And that's a team with Bobby Witt, Sal Perez, Eduardo Olivares, who's, you know, well-touted, does have a 272 expected batting average, although just got to start hitting the ball harder. So Nelson Velasquez to homer, but also Kansas City plus 1.5. I like the spot too much to overlook it. I want you to get good information. I think that's the best information I can give you if it loses. Sorry about it. We haven't reached the end of our boarding walk, but this is truly the game that I have the most confidence in here on this slate. It's Kyle Bradish and these Baltimore Orioles that have just been a chef's kiss, print factory for us this season, going up against Tanner Houck and the Boston Red Sox. Hold, please. I'm dying today. Don't mind me. I've been up since infinity o'clock. I've done 4 shows. I was at 5 a.m. Checked the matchup show. Did 2 hours of DFS coverage for the people over at Stochastic. I need a nap and to watch the second half of this football game. I'm done bitching. I'm talking about sports every day. It's a fantastic occupation. But Kyle Bradish on this side, I truly believe he's the one starter that I can just pencil in for a good outing just about every single time now. He has truly been the guy that has made me more money than any other starting pitcher. And I didn't know that until 2 hours ago when I updated my sheets, because I usually do that on Thursdays. Thursdays, there's fewer baseball games. Also today, NFL. Well, just wanted to have this going on in the background. Kyle Bradish, we have bet him on multiple money lines. On the road, Arizona, cash money. Oakland, cash money. Seattle, he didn't get the win, but cash money. We got the Mets at home, ended up winning that one 2-0 somehow, even though he didn't pitch well. Toronto, cash money. Philadelphia, we lost that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outings. 5 consecutive outings. We've been on the Baltimore money line when Kyle Bradish has been on the mound. And again, this is stuff I didn't even know until I updated my sheet. This is why you want to keep track of your bets. So you can go back and be like, that's working out well for me. The process is probably there. Let's talk through some of the numbers that my model is telling me. We got a 390 expected slugging, 306 xWOBA. Those are really, really, really good things. Make me happy. They make me happy. But the amazing thing about Kyle Bradish, and why I feel very optimistic about him going up against a Boston team that I don't know how many times I can tell you, they have really good lefties. They do. He's got a 25.4% K rate against lefties. It's actually down to around 22.9%. Not down to around, that's what it is, against righties. He's had a 139 expected ISO against lefties. He's had a 153 expected ISO against righties. He's been better to lefties. And I mean, what's Boston going to do? Not roll out their normal A team? Rafael Devers, Tristan Cassis, Wilyer Abreu, Connor Wong probably going to be catching, Masataka Yoshida, Alex Verdugo. These guys are going to be in the lineup. It's a lot of lefties. Maybe, again, you run the sample size out a couple more times. I doubt that we're going to see these kind of reverse splits, but you know, it's a pretty nominal small reverse splits, but there's no doubt that they exist. So Kyle Bradish, exponentially better this season against lefties. Awesome stuff and an awesome spot that I don't think is being very well evaluated by the books. I don't think this spread is wide enough. And going up against Tanner Houck on the other side, a 43.2% hard hit percentage, a 21.3% K rate for him on the season. He does limit barrels 6.6%, but you look at this lineup, Baltimore, how many times can we possibly run well with this team? The answer, a lot, it would seem. They've got a 102 WRC plus and a 167 ISO against righties here, but you get Adley Rutschman behind the dish. He just makes things happen. Gunnar Henderson up to a 53.8% hard hit percentage. Ryan O'Hearn, 53.1%. Mountcastle, Westberg starting to hit the ball hard. Santander switch hitter. Austin Hayes apparently can hit righties now too. Who'd have thunk it? Guys, I'm telling you, this Baltimore team, this should be minus 140, and I am very shocked that it's not. So we've been ahead of the curve here with Baltimore throughout this entire season. Probably the one team that we've been able to rely on the most. We're going to rely on them very, very heavily here on Friday. My largest play that I've had since Atlanta, where I ended up on a unit and a half today. So there you go. So it's been like a day since I've had to play this big. It's not very long. Baltimore money line. Lock it up, friends. Your one lock on Friday. The Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Atlanta Braves, and holy mother of God. It was one of the most frustrating things ever to just watch and pray and say, you know what, God, I'm a good person. I would really like Atlanta to smash St. Louis's face. And then Adam Wainwright gives up 3 immediately. And I'm like, yay. And then he didn't give one up forever until the solo shots. And it was 3-3 for a long time. And you know the whole bit. But now, Iglesias. It's 8-3 right now as I am saying this. 8-3, but the bases are loaded here for the St. Louis Cardinals. Because why can we not have nice things? Why can we not? We can't have nice things, apparently. Mitch Keller's been a nice thing. Comeback Keller, as we have affectionately called him here. Now, Pittsburgh, I don't know why he was announced as like a long reliever or what was going on with that the other day, and then they just pulled him back because they should just continue to start him. I don't get it. Just continue to start the guy who's had a resurgent season, a sub-4 ERA, 1.25 whip. He started all 28 games this season. Just have him keep starting. It made no sense. I know that they're trying to limit his innings, and this is a freaky spot for anybody going into Atlanta, but yeah, he's been pretty darn good this season. I have some form of optimism he can survive here. 34.1% hard hit percentage, 26% K rate. But the main reason that not pulling the trigger on anything here is I don't want to back the Atlanta line, or sorry, the Pittsburgh lineup. I will back the Atlanta lineup every day for the rest of my life. But I do not want to be backing this Bryce Elder fellow. The Elder Wand, not working, snapped like it did in the Deathly Hollows. Real ones no. 17.3% K rate, 257 expected batting average, sub 40% hard hit percentage. The only good thing there, along with the 6% barrel percentage. But again, 17.3% K rate, and there's more than enough lefties at the top of this lineup that can create some havoc. You have Cabrian Hayes now living up to that contract, feeling nice, feeling good about what you did there in Pittsburgh, at least making some plays for some guys. And, you know, they were able to unload some salary, get rid of some guys in G-Man Choi that they just didn't necessarily see a place for anymore. Hasn't worked out for them other places, that's for sure. But anyway, in this spot, I just can't do anything. Atlanta on the run line because that lineup is redonkulous. And, well, Mitch Keller has had some pretty bad outings in recent weeks, but he's been good on the season. Don't want to... Mosquito. Next game. The Oakland Athletics here going up against Jordan Montgomery. That's not ideal for them, that's for sure. Also, not ideal for the Yankees. You could have had Jordan Montgomery. I feel like I have to bring that up every single show. Harrison Bader. You had to go get Harrison Bader so badly, an outfielder, on a team where you had so many prospects that could have been played in the outfield. And you can't look down, you know, in the rear view and say Oswaldo Cabrera or these other guys couldn't have panned out for you, because they could have. It's just that Harrison Bader had nothing that you needed, and you needed starting pitching, specifically some lefties. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTube analyst out here betting and making people money on the daily. That's all I do. Making more people money than Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting at there. The Oakland Athletics, Paul Blackburn on the mound here. I do think that Paul Blackburn is probably, quote unquote, him and JP Sears are two pitchers that I don't think are complete nothings here on this Oakland side, which is the nicest thing I can say. He has a 30.7% hard hit percentage, a 378 expected slugging, and a sub 5% barrel percentage. The problem is he is about to take on a Texas Rangers lineup, and then the opposing pitcher, Jordan Montgomery. I just have a lot more interest in backing him in just about every single way, shape, and form because he's been flipping awesome. Sub 3.5 ERA, 1.23 whip, lefties. They do get hit up at a higher clip, north of a 90 WRC plus, do the Oakland Athletics have. They have the Brent Rooker fellow. They have Shane Langeliers. He's going to swing from the chandelier. Some of you have heard that one. I apologize for singing Sia. That's a stretch again. Not in the mood. Got to save the vocal cords. But Jordan Montgomery, friends, he is definitely somebody that, from a K perspective, you're not always running into it. 21.2% K rate, but elevated opportunity against Oakland. Not sure what this line shows up at. It's not like books don't know that Oakland is not good, that they definitely strike out. But I think the combination of Jordan Montgomery with the money line might get us well above even money. I'm willing to take that bet for a guy that I think will pitch 6 innings more times than he won't going forward. I know that last time out, he got beat up against Minnesota. Didn't look great against Minnesota the first time around. Man, that's who he's faced the last 2 times. Again, very feast or famine against Minnesota, against lefties this season. So let's bounce back here. Jordan Montgomery up to 5Ks plus Texas money line. It's a lean. I think there's probably going to be some value there. Oh, God. I knew this day would come. I knew this day would come. My boy, Kadai Senga, my absolute dude. Best pitch in baseball, the Ghost Fork. Coolest nickname of a pitch in baseball, the Ghost Fork. Coolest logo in sports, the Ghost Fork. Logo, that might be a stretch. But Kadai Senga is facing my Minnesota Twins. My favorite team in baseball. The one that I grew up going to games, driving 3.5 hours from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'd go up there. I'd crowd, I'm back in college at Iowa State. I would drive up the highway, go to games, just wear the jersey proudly. Dreams of being Kirby Puckett one day. Kent Herbeck. Joe Mauer. Yeah. We're putting Dallas Keuchel on the mound. Come on. This is going to be really tough, but could I sang up to 8Ks? Because Minnesota sports. And we're back from our melancholic experience on that last one. That was, get that out of the system. 2 games to go. Hit that like button. Actually, 3 games to go because I can't count. 3 games. Hit that like button, though. Subscribe button, notification bells. We break down a weird one. Blake Snell going on the mound against Hunter Brown. I don't know where else he would go. That's his job to go on the mound and throw, Eric. Good job. Way to keep it together tonight. We've got Blake Snell with a 34% hard hit percentage, 31.1% K rate. I want to emphasize something that I saw the other day because I thought it was stupid when I saw this number. It doesn't even make sense. Blake Snell has had 28 starts this season, 155 innings pitched. Do you know how many hits he's given up on the year? 105. Now, if you take 105 and divide it by 28. Hey, Siri, what's 105 divided by 28? 3.75. Are you flipping kidding me? He averages less than 4 hits given up in an outing per game. Are you joking me? Blake Snell on another planet in terms of not allowing hits. He walks way too many people, 13.8%. But my God, how insane is it to give up 3.75 hits per outing when you're a starting pitcher who's been going for length? 6 innings, 7 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings. Those are his last 5 starts. He's made a quality start in every single one. And you know his highest hit total given up in those? 3. Actually, that's a lie. There was one with 6. But either way, 3-2-6-3-2. Look at that. I can say numbers back. And Hunter Brown, I really want to target him here, but this San Diego lineup is so infuriating when it comes to run creation. 100 WRC plus. They should not be league average with the batters in this lineup. Fernando Tatis has fallen by the wayside. His numbers are still there, 50.8% hard hit percentage, 540 expected slugging. That is a far cry from what we saw with Fernando Tatis last season. In fact, let me count the ways. 2021, because again, this 2 years ago, suspended, did drugs, steroids, bad stuff. Anyway, 55.6% hard hit percentage in 2021, 50.8% this season. 11.4% walk rate 2 years ago, 8.4% walk rate this season. 407 xwOBA down to 383 xwOBA. 615 expected slugging down to 540 expected slugging. Again, is he still elite? Sure, but like not elite like he's being paid. So there you go. Have fun, San Diego. Enjoy the experience. It'll be fun. Hunter Brown, though, I do like the stuff still, 27% K rate, but I do have worries about it. 44.9% hard hit percentage at a 10.3% barrel percentage. So we have enough spots on this card already. We have enough football coming up down the pipeline on Sunday. So, like, just don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Houston money line, just a lean here. I'm going to be paying it to props and props alone here. The Guardians of the Galaxy, or of Cleveland, going up against the Los Angeles Angels. No, thank you. Over 8.5 if you have to do something here, but like Logan Allen, Griffin Canning. Logan Allen's okay. Griffin Canning fine. Ballpark's good. Shohei Ohtani might play on Friday. They're not even saying. Let's get out of here. It's football time. The Colorado Rockies, the San Francisco Giants. Thank God I have one play for you as we head out the door. We've got on one side of it, Ty, going up against Mr. Harrison, who I do want to talk about here at length. In fact, Kyle Harrison, ridiculous strikeout stuff so far that's translated from AAA to the big league level. 5-11, 5 strikeouts in his first 3 outings. He had completely mowed down Cincinnati at home. The other 2 were on the road, Philadelphia, San Diego. And yes, I just got done picking apart San Diego's lineup, but they're still good. They're average. They're league average. And for him to be on the road there, afternoon game, didn't go very well for him. The Cincinnati one, the one start he's had at home, fantastic. And you know what? He's at home. One of the best pitchers ballparks in all of baseball here in San Francisco. And then you get the Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies are not good at hitting left-handed pitching or any pitching or doing anything remotely close to winning baseball games. They have a 64 WRC plus against lefties. That is the worst number I can ever recall seeing when I've done splits, and I've done this for years and years and years, where I put splits in one column, righties, lefties, everything set up. I haven't seen a 64 WRC plus against a handedness for the course of the sample size of a season. This is absurd how bad they are. 148 ISO, 64 WRC plus with a 26.7% K rate, friends. Kyle Harrison is about to mow down everybody here in this spot. Now, I don't know what that prop looked like. I don't even want to theorize because my brain is going to like double digits. I think it could get completely insane here. But, I'm pretty positive that San Francisco -1.5 makes all the sense in the world because Ty Block on the other side is an absolutely atrocious pitcher. He's probably a nice person. I don't know. Never met him personally. Why would I? But a 321 expected batting average, an 11.9% K rate, and a 45% hard hit percentage. Ty, about to get blasted, in my opinion. So San Francisco -1.5 on the way out. Half unit. Hit that thumbs up here, and then hit it down below. Thank you. Let's get out of here. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays here on the board for Friday's slate. Going to be a wild Friday here for me. Going to be betting a lot of baseball in the premium Discord. You can sign up for that below as well. If you check out BetMGM, you can get yourself 2 free months just by trying out their product. Caesar Sportsbook behind me. Bet $50, get yourself $250. That's also in the link below. So many great things down in that link. Check it out here as we head into the NFL season. Get yourself a couple of offers. Get yourself some dollars in your pocket. I got dollars in my pocket. Good stuff, my friends. It's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Producer Alicia, say goodbye to the people. Can't wait to see you again here come NBA season. You're the absolute best. She is... Well, this is awkward. there she is. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much to producer Alicia, crushing the game. She was with me every single Monday through Friday, the entire NBA season. Going to be great to have her back for that, no doubt about it. But until then, I bid you adieu. Enjoy the place that I'm not going to say because it'd be weird if people knew where you lived. Okay, Caesar Sportsbook on the way out. We're going to get ourselves out of here. Can't wait for the NFL. Check out Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks in the NFL Street starting up tomorrow. I probably keep it professional for at least one video, at least 1 week. Until then, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Friday.